hold it.
Claustrophobic. Moving everything.
All right, so most of you know me. I've actually been coming to Generation Church for 6.5 years. I'm one of the few left, so I think like Alex might be one of the few people that is actually, and yeah, a couple here have been here a little bit longer than me. But what happened, even though I was at church, I was in all these different leadership positions, leading parking, I started the parking team, I was at one time the dream team coordinator, I was leading, whatever it is, I took time off of leadership. I was struggling about, even 2 years ago, having these deep relationships with other people in this church, deep relationships with men. I was able to start to really slip and fall, just that slow and steady fall back whenever it came to my relationship with others, my relationship with the Lord, and things started to get out of priority. I started to live a life that instead of God, family, my career, God, family, chiropractic is what I call it, and it was almost my career, chiropractic, my family, and then God. He was taking the back burner on that because I didn't have anyone pulling me back on focus. I didn't have anyone having accountability. I didn't have any accountability, and I didn't have anyone that I could really open up deeply and go with my struggles, right? And I feel like I'm not the only one, right? And I know I'm not the only one. Even people in this room right now, we're in leadership positions, we're leading life groups, but it seems like a lot of times the only tight relationship we have is with our spouse, right? Maybe a couple surface level relationships, but knowing that you can call if you're crying, right? Yes, men cry, right? Or you need help, you need deep prayer, right? Because I think our lives sometimes can be like this knife right here. This is nice knife, right? It's a Kustarz, right? All right, that's what you get for getting married, right? So, right, whenever I first got it, it was sharp, right? You ever get a new knife, right? But then through the years, from all the cutting, guess what happens with the knife?
It's dull.
It starts to get dull, right? Especially if you're not sharpening it, you don't know how to sharpen it properly, right? And see, I think that's how our lives can get, right?
Good.
We start off on fire. We get saved, we're on fire. We go to a marriage conference, we're on fire. We go to a seminar, we're on fire for the Lord. But then life happens, right? We move, that's a cut, right?
Yeah.
We get married, that's a cut. We have kids, that's a cut. We have a tragedy in our lives, that's another cut, right? And we start drifting, and then we get dull like this knife, right? And the thing about a knife is, if you're a chef, you know it's not the sharp knife that you're going to injure yourself on, it's the dull knife, right? And so what we have to do, we have to stay sharp. We need to be sharp, and Proverbs even talks about that, right? Simple one, we've all probably know this one, but as iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend, right? Or so a woman sharpens the countenance of her friend, right?
Yeah.
So the only way to sharpen is with others, right? Because this knife can't sharpen itself. We need this guy right here, right?
Oh, gosh.
Right? We need that to be sharpening the knife. I know it's steel, not iron, but still. We need to stay sharper to sharpen. So my question for you, and really as leaders, who are you sharpening? Right? And more importantly, who's sharpening you?
Yeah.
That's really good.
Right? Because we can drift. I was going to get up here and say, man, we need to join life groups. Most of us are in life groups, right? We can lead life groups if we're not leading life groups. And if you don't know how to lead a life group, if that's kind of like a little scary thing, just pick a book that you want to read, and you need accountability to read it, and you need a life group and say, hey, what'd you think of it? If you're in a women's group, hey, how did you feel about that? It's literally that simple. That's what my life groups are. Okay? And so one of the things that I need a lot more accountability than just life groups. Because did you know you can be in a life group and still not be accountable, especially if you're the leader, right? Because people can see you as the leader, right? And so what I had to do, and I thought this was really just for men, really, is I'd start this thing, it's still from another church, Passion City, but we call it a fight club, okay? We call it a fight club not because we're fighting, right? But because we're fighting for our families. Because we're fighting for what matters to God, right? We're fighting for our relationship with God, fighting for our families, fighting for our purity, fighting for our purpose, right? And so what we do is we meet as leaders. We have 5 of us guys. We meet twice a week, and we answer the questions. We go through it. We say, how has your relationship with God been? Have you been intentionally pursuing it since the last time we met, right? We ask the question is, how have we been leading and loving our family since we last met? We ask the question, how's our purity been? How have our eyes been? Have we been doing anything that's not going to bring glory to God? Right? Even the small things, right? We ask the question, have we been living our life with a sense of mission and purpose, leveraging our lives for others since we last met? The biggest question we say, have we been honest? Right? And it's held us accountable because, if you look at the church and look at people who are slowly drifting up in leadership positions, Zach's one of them, right? He's not here today, but he's going to be one speaker. Nick Russo, Cody Brown, Mark Manganelli, and we've been lifting each other up, and it's been holding us accountable to do the things that matter to God. And so my thought process is, and if you can imagine if we were all meeting as leaders, right? Even just once a month, keeping each other accountable for the things that matter to God, right?
Good.
What would that do for our church?
Yeah.
Especially in the season of transition, right? What would that do for our church? What would that do for the people in our church, right? Leading by example for that. What would it do for really this community, right? The city, the state. What would it do for the country, really? Because we can be that city on the hill shining bright, right? We can be the place where revival starts, but it starts with us, right? We can't leave it up to our pastors. We can't leave it up to the church for us to grow deep relationships, right? We need to be pulling other people into deep relationships, making that commitment, making that sacrifice in order to grow closer in the things that matters to God. So really, my prayer is that we can all stay sharp like this knife right here, so that we can consistently cut through the lies of the devil.
Amen.
Because that's what matters to God.